goals, continuous improvement plan, conclusion, and at the end, it will be left room for any questions and feedback. CSM will read our mission statement.
Hello, good morning. Morgan Park's mission statement is to motivate each student to be confident within themselves and while displaying the teachings of the 7 Army values in their day-to-day life.
Okay, so our vision statement is that Morgan Park High School JROTC will establish an expectation of high achievements both academically and within our program, setting the bar high so each cadet will always believe in their potential now and in the future settings with various post-secondary workforces and schools.
This is our staff school year goals. First goal is to, I will walk you through all 5 of our goals except for this year, and then I will point out our continuous improvement goal. Our first goal is to allow leadership within the program to take on their leadership role and to be positive influence to newer cadets. My second goal was to place top 5 in citywide drill, color guard, archery competition. My third goal, which is our continuous improvement goal for today, is 85% or more cadet join extracurricular activities within the JROTC program.
I am Cadet Captain Maria Cotton. I am the S1 Adjutant Personnel Officer for this 23-24 school year. As the S1, my duties and responsibilities is JOMS cadet information and JROTC paperwork. My role in the continuous improvement plan is to secure all permissions and paperwork throughout the LTC program for the school year 23-24 going into 24-25.
Good morning, you all. I am the S2. My name is Cadet Captain Gilbert Forrest. My role in the continuous improvement plan is to make sure that all extracurricular activities that we have is secure. And my general role is to make sure that I supervise the battalion and all the events that we have.
S3?
Good morning, guys. I am the S3. I plan every single event that we have within our battalion. And my role in the continuous improvement plan is to promote all JROTC extracurricular activities. For example, if we're having a archery competition coming up, I will plan out when they will be there, when they will leave, and how it will all fall into place and go accordingly.
S4?
Good morning, everyone. I am Cadet Captain Gutierrez, and I am the S4 of Morgan Park High School, and I am a supply and logistics officer. But my job is to make sure you have an accurate count of everything that we have here in our supply, ROTC, and make sure everybody has everything that they need for their uniform.
I'm Cadet Captain Arden Taylor from the S5, and my duties and responsibilities is to maintain a social media presence and to also maintain special.
This goal, I would say that one, I've noticed that it's been way more challenging than I first thought initially looking at this goal. Getting cadets to participate and be involved is kind of hard, so you'll be stuck, of course you'll be stuck with the same group because you know that's your motivated group, but I wanted to make it, more expand, let everybody in the program, even the pilots, do something. So that was kind of challenging, figuring out creative ways to get them more involved. But even though it was a challenge, I feel like it pushed me to be a leader and to improve accordingly to my tasks and to my goals. So even though it was challenging, I feel like my reflection for myself is that it was very rewarding seeing new cadets that I've never seen before come to our practice and stuff like that. So that's my individual reflection.
Okay, my individual reflections, I can personally say I've learned how to lead better. So again, learning different leadership ways. Instead of me yelling at you like I normally would, I would calmly have a conversation with you, so I think I learned that. And I'm preparing for this JPA has made me a stronger leader mentally, because it's like I never took on like a big leadership role like that, so it kind of built me mentally to be a leader. And then knowing that like I had to do things, had to be active. And then working with my staff in top 2, which is my CSM and my PC, I've learned how to communicate better.
That everything that we've learned in JROTC helps us as a person in the real world. Everything that we learn gives us a attribute in the real world. I also learned to take accountability of the actions that I do and do not do. Not being very defensive in the matter, or being defensive against my peers who were adults even. JROTC also made it to where to include myself in activities and to be there more often than I usually am.
Extracurricular activity will be held after school throughout the week. Would you guys like to see that, or?
Click on it, please.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I'll explain it really quick. This is our after-school schedule. So you can see the week, so week 19 throughout towards like the end of the school year. And also we have, so say if we have archery in here, we'll have a staff meeting in sergeant's class, we'll have a military ball meeting in one class. So it's different classes, we're doing different things, and we wanted to give this to the cadets so they can know where should I be at where time, instead of just roaming the halls everywhere. So this also works in our continuous improvement plan because everybody's joining different things instead of just going this, going there. And, you know, some cadets, they might not want to go home at 2:45, so this gives them an opportunity to actually be involved in something. At Lane Tech, and then it goes all the way down. It goes all the way down to our parade, and it also goes to JCLC. Right now, we're around this part down. So we're right here today, March 12th. And then here are our last couple events. And mind you, our color guards for like Esmond and different graduations is not on here right now because we don't have the data or the time for that yet. But so far, this is all we collected.
Now, in terms of JCLC, how many folks signed up?
We had 8 slots this year.
8?
So,
Okay.
also, all 8 of our cadets have, you know, show interest in signing up.
Okay, so those who show an interest are some of those folks which we'll call you non-participants.
Yes. It's a lot of like newer cadets that transfer in our level 1 and level 2s that's new and never didn't go last year. So.
Either offering or you've already, that you have already offered, or you are offering to persuade cadets to become more active.
Some instances, well, we really are, so we haven't really took on more instances. It's sometimes we have like a free PT day or a free uniform day, because that's their favorite type of incentive. But going forward, we see to grow it even more, we could think of more like events, especially for cadets we see really involved, that we say our same group of cadets, we can incentivize them, it'll make more cadets want to join.
Okay, and how many cadets, or what percentage would you say have stepped forward and started participating?
Like have I continuously explained, or like that I've
Just
been seeing?
Up to this point, when you all first started this project, how many cadets who weren't participating are now participating?
Like 20 to 30%. Like it's grown surely, but it's just gotta keep growing because it's not where I would want it to be. But at the same time, I know this is like 85 percentile is a big number, it's a big goal out of our battalion, whatever. I'm sorry, out of our battalion. So, but I would say realistically like 20 and 30, especially including our freshmen that knew nothing about the program and automatically jumped straight into joining the extracurricular activities.
So you all use now do you all have sign-in rosters for every event, or like practice events? So
Yes,
you
sir.
all just use those sign-in rosters and look at the names and.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And compare like which cadets we see in the same multiple rather than different ones.
Because we have the Google Forms too, like when you sign up, so we can see, okay, they never did anything, or I remember their face, or yes.
Okay.
During these type of things, you try to put your best foot forward, and sometimes you sit back and you're like, oh, that's not really what it's like. Like this is what the student leaders in this room are trying to push for Morgan Park High School. So this is very authentic in a good way. These are excellent representatives of Morgan Park High School and Chicago Public Schools.
Absolutely, I agree with that. So, thank you all very much. Great brief.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're gonna take a couple of minutes and then we're going to go into the service learning.
That have shown real participation in the service learning for what we were doing. Cadets will be participating in donating needed necessities like winter clothing, toiletries, and like winter boots to Venezuelan families. When we were doing this, our goal was to complete this before winter break on December 14th, 2023. And where will this project take place? We wanted to hold this at the Holy Nativity Church, hosted by the 19th Ward Neutral Faith Group. So why was this our project selection? We looked at issues happening worldwide, mostly in the United States, and we narrowed it down to our local community. Currently, entire Venezuelan families are being held at police stations, parks, and airports, trying to simply survive here. We wanted to help them because they will be our new neighbors. How do we plan to prepare this? We came in contact with a group known as the 19th Ward Mutual Aid Group, where they specifically volunteer in helping these Venezuelan families. We then shared our motives to the JROTC here at Morgan Park.
I mean, I've learned that once.
I don't know everything that's been going on, but I've been seeing just a little bit. Still trying to do some research, I ain't gonna lie.
Little tense, and it was not right in front of the building.
It was very sad.
Passing by that building every day was not fun.
And it was absolutely packed. Like, it was like they were all in this small little garden right next to the police station. And you can only imagine like 50, 60 people all trying to sleep in one little tiny garden. It was not livable at all. Wow.
So, for individual reflection,
So my individual reflection was pretty much that the reason why I eventually wanted to get involved in this project, obviously, is because the issues also through my work. A lot of our kitchen workers only speak Spanish, and a lot of them are usually new immigrants because they want to have they want to get a work permit essentially to live in the United States. And so after hearing a lot of their stories about how they left children behind and how they left families behind, and sometimes they took their families or family members died on the way, it was just. Now it really made me want to help out. So I think this project, we helped out a decent amount. And some of us are actually still continuing this project to this day. So yeah.
Really try to help in the world and
Our modifications to the service learning JROTC was that I believe that if we had went with our original plan, which was going up to the police station, we believe that the number of participants and donors would have been greater. Like we would have had, we would have to collect more donations. It would have been more project. It would have been a bigger project than what I feel like it actually was. But overall, I believe that the project was successful.
A pie chart. Now, are those from all the folks who actually participated?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You go for it.
What's in it for the future? As I've stated before, my team and I have discussed about working with other schools who need a hand to any other clubs in the school that holds.
So guys, we're waiting for keep JROTC right now. Here's the list of how many points, the maximum and minimum. Kind of nervous.
Hey, while you're waiting, get back in the correct uniform. Button up those jackets, get those jackets.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Long day?
Yeah.
Good. Always worth it. My name is Major Marquez. I'm with the Department of JROTC. I'm like the curriculum manager, and I also get to add up all the numbers out of all the rubrics that you guys went through today. As you can see on the board, we went through a bunch of different things: the CIP, continuous improvement, the service learning, cadet portfolio, the unit report from last year. We went through drill, the in-ranks, and color guard. And then, of course, the two instructors has their own portfolio that gets reviewed during this.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Are you all awake?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need somebody to jot down numbers for me. Okay. So you got the 3 on that. In terms of goal setting, you set out goals on how you're going to get kids, more kids involved in different activities. All right? So you got a 3 on that. So write down the number 12. So this page maxed out. Now, the plan establishes milestones or benchmarks. Okay, what I was looking for, now I saw the schedule, what you all listed out, I mean they were benchmarks, but pretty much what's on your calendar, what we had, staff, you all did very well with that. Okay, you introduced yourselves, you also talked about not only your role in the battalion, but also your role in the CIP. So you're gonna get a 3 for that, max you out. You got 3, maxed out for that. In terms of clearly defining the battalion goal, all right, you also got a 3, okay, because you definitely define what the goal is, and the goal is to try to get more people involved in extracurriculars, right? So write down number 6. Number 6, so that's page 1. All right, in terms of the military ball, what I was really looking for was, okay, by this date we expect to have 20 kids, extra kids involved, okay? And here's what we're going to do, we're going to give them a pizza party, okay? We're going to have a special recognition. So let's say a kid who wasn't participated before, if he or she participated in 2 different activities, if that person joins a color guard or a drill team.
At a certain percentage, right? And you want it to get to 85%. So the intent of what we're trying to teach you what to do, and remember, this is not just for our role, but it's for real life, right? If you start here and you want to go to the end of the year and you want to get here, you have to have those benchmarks, so you have to keep track. If we started at 10% in August, and then in September we're at 11%, October we're at 15%, right? You can see if your arrow is climbing up, if it's flatlining, or if it's going down, right? If your arrow is going down, if your goal is up here, but everything you're doing is training you down, you got to change the plan, don't you? Yes. So this is why it's important to have a starting point, your end point, and those checks in between, so you can see whether you need to adjust or keep trucking. Hey man, we are trending up, so we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Now, let me ask you all the goal of getting more kids involved.
That they want to be rewarded. Like,
What did you learn as an individual? Yes.
That if we give the kids what they want more open to participate.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
It don't take a lot more to persuade one person.
Yes. So different things persuade different folks. You know, one person. This is one of the high. This is actually the highest so far. So give yourselves another hand. All right, and you all just remind me so much. Have you ever heard of the word nostalgia?
Yes.
What is that?
It's like looking back on stuff, like,
Good. Yeah. So you all gave me some nostalgia for when I was in Navy Junior ROTC in high school. Yeah, you know, similar. We were similar to you all. So keep with the good work. Give yourself another hand.
I'll slide on that. Presentation clearly describes how the project enhances learning. Sort of. 0.50. We got a half a point. Presentation clearly describes how the project relates to the JROTC program curriculum. Yes, you guys did that. You talked about leadership, tons of opportunity, and how did you have to do a little bit of program management. Again, what we're asking you to do is some high-level stuff that a lot of adults can't even do. Presentation identifies 1 or more JROTC lesson competencies related to the project. Yes, however, Unit 4, Chapter 4 is not a Let 1 book. So fix that slide, please. We caught that right off the bat. Unit 1 is let one book. But I do know service learning is in all the books because I was in them this morning myself. This is how come I know. I looked at it just this morning. Presentation clearly explains the role of teamwork in accomplishing the project. You had a team A and a team B. Great job. But if you look in the project management portion, which is lesson 1, you have a facilitator, recorder, reporter, timekeeper, debriefer. All those little pieces make up the whole because everyone has to take care of their part. So 0.5 out of a 1. Presentation suggests ways the project could be modified, great slide, to ensure it meets established guidelines for JROTC service learning project. Obviously you maxed. I just said it was a great slide. I may take that one. Okay, we get good ideas from all the cadets. Presentation includes process necessary. It's on the process. It was great. The collaboration, you going out to the community, now they know how good you are. Everybody in Chicago knows how good you are. That's exactly why you get hired for jobs faster than just a regular, I'm going to apply for a job. You're JROTC, you're hired. Because you guys already know accountability of people, accountability of equipment, and get the job done, right? And you guys already know all that stuff. Presentation includes evidence of a project plan that defines the goals of the project. You gotta set goals. You can't just say, hey, I'm gonna gather stuff. Well, how much stuff? This is part of project.
I'll let Sergeant just talk about drill and color guard real quick, and then I'll come back and talk about in range, okay? Sergeant Major?
I already did my outbreak with both teams. Both teams look pretty good, but I gotta give props to the color guard commander. Is she in here? She's not in here. My understanding is that she took over like 2 weeks, about 2 weeks ago. You know, so for those of you, I mean, just think about it.
Overall, he scored an 87.9 in the in range. That means how many deficiencies, how many questions was asked, how many questions were missed. So you figure it all out, it comes up with a scale, and I came up with 87.9, which is 10 points. So 10 points is less than these other points because guidance was you either do color guard and drill or final score comes up with a 93%. It's an 80%.
And complimenting us and giving us feedback on our JPA today.
I'm like the Terminator. I'll be back.
I gotta scan all this stuff up and I can email it all to you on the shared drive. So it's probably the same folder.
Yes, no, it's social media.